What's going on, guys? Let's talk about E3. I want to talk about E3 before E3 happens, which is next month, before the big three do their little dance. Let's talk about it, man, because I know a lot of people are probably like, well, you're rooting for Nintendo. And while, yes, I do believe Nintendo's going to win this E3, it's not as simple as Nintendo just bringing the heat. Understand? I'll say that one more again for you. I do believe Nintendo is going to take E3 this year, but it's not because Nintendo is just bringing the heat and bringing their A game. That is not why Nintendo is going to win this year. If the rumors and the reports going around are 100% true about both PlayStation and Xbox, Nintendo is going to win due to the fact both of them have pretty much tapped out. Now you might be thinking, no, PlayStation isn't tapped out. That's not true. I don't mean their overall sales. I mean they're tapped out as far as what they want to do at E3. I pretty much saw that last year. I thought that PlayStation really phoned it in and just didn't give a fuck. And I see that with the reports coming out right now that Sony is not giving a fuck. Okay? The reason that Nintendo can get away with what PlayStation is attempting to do this year, if they do this, is because Nintendo didn't release ass loads of information before they did it. Okay, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact PlayStation wants to focus on certain titles. The problem with PlayStation doing that is they've spent two E3s talking about the same fucking games. They want to talk about Spider-Man. They want to talk about Days Gone. They want to talk about Death Stranding. I have no problem with you talking about those. The only problem I have is every year now you're talking about these games like they're coming out in the next month or two. These games haven't come out in the past three E3s. None of them are even scheduled to release beyond this one. See what I'm saying? You want to talk about Spider-Man? Okay, but I heard about it back in 2016. You replayed it at 2017. What the fuck is so different that's going to keep me interested outside of a release date? You see what I'm saying? And a set in stone release date, meaning it won't change. Death Stranding is the same way. That game looks good. I don't care. Give me a release date. And I mean a real release date when I'm going to be able to go pick up a copy. That's what we want. As PlayStation people, that is what you should want. And you should be demanding Sony go and recalibrate the E3 plans. You shouldn't need to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes on Spider-Man, Days Gone, Death Stranding, Detroit Become Human. You've already spent two E3s talking about those games. You don't need to spend another one talking about them. You need to breeze through them with release dates. That's it. Play the little 2-minute demo that you've shown at 2016, and at the end of it, release date. And when I say from 2016, of course I do mean touched up. Like it looks more like that, but it's the same fucking trailer. Only at the end of it, release date set in stone. Then people will be hyped. They will be excited about that. But that's not what it looks like. It doesn't look like that's the plan. It looks like you just want to talk about these games again. I don't care, and I don't think anybody else does. Because you've already leaked a shit ton of information on those games. We don't care. Same thing goes for Xbox. Almost exactly the same thing. Xbox, you had a article come out talking about you have one game that is unannounced. One fucking title. I really wish it was easy to be an Xbox fan. I really do. I feel so sorry for every one of us who have Xbox. Because it is painful to be a fan of Xbox. Between the value of every game going down thanks to Game Pass, any new future releases has a set $10 value on the bitch because it'll be released on Game Pass if it's supposed to be exclusively to Xbox. So why would you purchase a game for $60 when all you gotta do is subscribe to Game Pass and get it for $10? And that's it. It is hard as fuck to be a gamer for Xbox because they are fucking it all up. And no signs of fucking fixing it. None. Zero signs. Just that's it right there. You say you have one game that they haven't announced. Bitch, you need at least 20. Uncle Phil, you need at least 20 games nobody knows anything about. And they all damn well better be exclusive. Fuck Play Pass, fuck Game Pass, or Play Anywhere. Fuck both of those services. You need content that you can't play anywhere else. This system, it is so fucking sad and so hard to be a fan of. So fucking hard. Because I swear, Uncle Phil, it's like someone needs to beat in your head what exclusive content does and means to a system. Both PlayStation and Sony, or not Sony, but both PlayStation and Nintendo are making mega money due to that, due to exclusives, due to the fact they make software you can't play anywhere else. That's why. You're only losing and you're having such a hard time struggling because you don't have exclusives. And you have stupid statements saying, I've only got one game that we haven't even released info on yet. It's hard to say you have a chance in hell. It's hard to say that you have a snowball's chance in hell when it comes to E3 with announcements like that, with reports like that. It's hard because everyone's going, we need content. We need exclusive content. You need games. You have your fan base saying this to you. And instead of listening to them, you pretty much ignore them completely. I've said this before and I will continue to say it. Third-party games can only take your system as far as it can. It can't carry the system. It really can't. First party can. You can make an entire generation survive on exclusive content if it's first party. The Wii U did it, and I know it's not successful, but that's because a lot of people didn't give it a chance. Most people had to give it an actual chance, meaning buy the damn thing. Play it. Don't play the one that's used at game stores or Walmarts where you play on a controller that's right there in front of you that's used by anybody, and actually play stuff that's not just Mario or just Zelda. Most people who did that love the Wii U. Most people who didn't have no idea what they're talking about. But you can survive off of exclusives alone. You can. But the problem here, Xbox, is you have nothing. Zero. You're hoping. I don't understand why you didn't do this because it seems like this is what you really wanted. Is you want to survive off of the, you know, you want the figures like Grand Theft Auto 5. You want those numbers. Unfortunately, you can't get those numbers. Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto in general, is not owned by anybody outside of Rockstar. You don't have exclusive content. They do. It goes as far as I can play whatever you have over here, plus a laundry list of games that are not playable anywhere else. And that's for both Nintendo and PlayStation. They both have that going for them, Xbox. You don't. And like I said, it is just so hard to sit back and even think of how in the hell Xbox can win E3. It just is hard. It's really hard. And I have an Xbox One. I have a PlayStation 4. You see the PlayStation 4 box barely, but it's right there. Okay? I have all these systems, and I sit back and I literally go, Xbox has no chance in hell of walking out E3 the winner. The only way they even have that much of a chance is if they bring back every game they canceled and release dates. That's it. If Scalebound comes back and has a release date, good, but it's not going to save you. If you come out with Halo 6, people will be excited, but it's not going to save you because you have to realize the value of those games are $10. Game Pass. That's what's killing you. The fact you have no exclusives and the ones you want to have are going to be $10 on Game Pass. You're losing in so many fucking ways that it's painful to be a fan. And the only reason I'm saying Nintendo will win, and this right here is just common fucking sense, the only reason Nintendo stands a chance to win and mainly holds that chance is because the info they could bring at E3 follows games you don't know that much about. How much do you honestly know about Smash Bros. 5 or Reed Deluxe? How much do you honestly know? The little demo they showed where the Inkling boy and girl were shooting at each other? The cast and shadow, that's all the info you have. If Nintendo comes to E3 with Smash Bros. And a full blown, demo showing everything, not just a little snippet clip, but a full blown demo showing everything, PlayStation, your conference won't fucking matter. It won't matter and will become irrelevant if they release dates. If they come out and say, Smash Bros. Is coming out in December. If they come out and they have a full blown trailer of Metroid Prime 4, you're irrelevant. If they come out with release dates for games like The World Ends With You Final Mix, you're irrelevant. Okay? I know this seems stupid because you're like, well, those games don't matter to me. That's fine. But if PlayStation doesn't hit you with release dates for Spider-Man, Days Gone, Death Stranding, why would you care? You know what I'm saying? Why care if they're not going to hit you with that? Why care? Nintendo, on the other hand, has a better chance because, hey, you don't know that much about Smash Bros. You don't know everything about The World Ends With You. You don't have a release date. You don't know about the Pokemon. There's so many more don't knows in Nintendo's camp and more surprises to come from their camp than anyone else's. That is exactly how Nintendo has a better chance of walking away with the crown of E3 again. PlayStation, the fact you want to redo another redo means you have a better chance at failing hard. That's all that means. That's just common sense. That's all that is. I'm not trying to pick on PlayStation. I'm not trying to pick on Xbox. These are just common sense thoughts that anybody has. Okay? You don't have to like Nintendo to go, fuck, Nintendo's got a better chance of winning this year. You don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to like Nintendo to think that, because common sense tells you if PlayStation's only focusing on the same 4 or 5 games that they focused on for the past 2 E3s, what do you have to be hype about? You already know all this shit. See what I'm saying? The best thing they can do is come out with release dates, but that takes all of 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Nintendo has the wow factor. They have the element of surprise in their corner. Even if all they do is talk about Smash 5. The World Ends With You Final Cut. I don't know. I can't even think of all the games. If they only release dates for all those games and give you Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon, even if they only show, major clips of these games, they still win because they didn't do much. They put up Metroid Prime 4. They didn't show any in-game footage. If they come E3 with in-game footage for Metroid Prime 4, that's going to do a lot of damage because they're going to be like, holy shit, look at this. We don't know anything about it. We've never even seen it. If they come with that, more people are going to be focused on that. Same thing with the Pokemon game. More people are going to be focused on that because we don't know anything. Nintendo has that unknown shock value. Doesn't matter if you've heard about the games. You haven't seen anything about them. If they come with Smash Bros. With a release date, it's over. It is over. I don't care how devoted you are to PlayStation. I don't care how devoted you are to Xbox. If they do this, Nintendo wins. PlayStation, you need to come with games nobody knows anything about. You don't need to focus on the games that we already know about. You need to bring us something new. Xbox, I don't even know how to fucking deal with you, because even if you brought something new, it's going to be Play Anywhere and it's going to be valued at $10. Nintendo just stands the better chance if you have common sense. I hate saying that. I really do. I wish PlayStation's E3 could be exciting, but from the reports and the rumors and everything, it just doesn't seem like it. Same thing with Xbox. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. And the only reason I see Nintendo's is because I know so little. I know so little. Oh, well, we gonna bring Metroid Prime 4. Everybody's hoping for that. We want to see it. Smash Bros. Possible release date. Everybody is hoping for this. Everybody, bring this. Even if they don't bring that, I just feel like whatever they do is just going to be 100 times better than anything Sony or fucking Microsoft do. Because according to everything out there, PlayStation wants to revisit the same shit, and Xbox has no pull. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I didn't want this video going this long, but it has. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.